What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. All right, guys, today we're going to go over some of the community tab results. You guys know I like to do some different voting things on there, some different ideas, and just talk about different things. You guys will see what we go through here in just a moment, okay? So before I get started on this, you need to know that I'm not a doctor. Nothing on my channel is medical advice. So if you are struggling with addiction, please seek out your own medical doctor, guys. Everything on this channel is for entertainment purposes only and for me to share my experience with you. So that being said, if you go to the community tab on this channel, you can see all the things that we do here. Every day I try to post kind of something different. So we'll go through maybe like 10, 15 minutes of these if we have the time. So the most recent thing is I put a poll, how many times per week do you work out? 17% of you said 1 to 2 times, 31% of you said 3 to 4 times, 20% of you said 5 to 7 times, and then 31% of you guys do not work out. Wow, that's a huge variance there, obviously. It's literally like skewed all across the table. So for you 31% of people that do not work out, I promise you, you will not regret if you start getting into working out and learning physical fitness. Sorry, this screen is super bright. Oh, probably shouldn't have did that. Anyways, all right, continuing on. Next question, I said, do you self-guilt yourself for taking methadone / Suboxone / Kratom? Any of those? 28% of you said no, and a whopping 58% of you are guilting yourself. What in the hell just happened? All right. Oh, I know just what happened. We're back. Well, this will be a different kind of video. All right, let's go ahead and leave that there. All right, continuing on. The light will be back on in a minute, guys. Sorry about that. Whoop, too bright. Okay, so continuing on. That was different. That was bright. All right, I turned my computer off and the power to the light went off. So, all right, sorry about that. All right, continuing on here. Okay, so 58% of you self-guilt yourself for taking methadone or Suboxone or Kratom. Wow, guys, that's a huge amount. That's more than double of people who do not self-guilt themselves. And then 14% said not on any of those medications. So that's really sad, you guys, and that sucks. It makes me wonder like what the psychology is behind why we self-guilt ourselves, especially if we're taking a medication that's prescribed by our doctors to help save us from relapsing and dying, right? That's really interesting. Very interesting. I was not expecting that. I thought I was the only one that was out there self-guilting all the time. Let's see here. And interesting, I brought that up with my MAT counselor back in the day, and he's like, you should definitely not be doing that. Like, this is what you're getting prescribed from your doctor to help save your life, right? And that's true, yes, it's very true, but the cool the cool end of it is I'm guilting myself for taking this medication for whatever reason. I don't know the psychology behind it. All right, continuing on. I said, what one best describes you? Be honest. 29% of you said on oral Suboxone / Bupe and have a healthy relationship with it. That was good. 20% of you are on Suboxone and have an unhealthy relationship with it. That's still a pretty big, decent chunk of people who have an unhealthy relationship with their Suboxone. 8% of you take Kratom daily and have a healthy relationship with it. That's great. But then 5% of you have an unhealthy relationship with Kratom. So more people than not have a healthy relationship with Kratom according to these results. On my small, there was like kind of a small amount of votes on the Kratom stuff. And then 38% of you are not on any of the above. Okay, continuing on. Shout out. In your opinion, Suboxone, Subutex, Bupe, Kratom, etc., generally speaking, obviously the higher the dose, the worse the effect. 26% of you said make a person look noticeably more aged. 47% of you said does not make a person look any worse. That kind of blew my mind, honestly, guys. It really surprised me. I thought it would be more the other way around. 19% of you said not sure or just wanted to see the results, and 9% said other. Continuing on. For those who have taken Suboxone, Subutex, Bupe at some point, have you been able to successfully get off of Bupe and move forward with your life? 45% of you said no, it's too hard. 32% of you said, yeah, buddy, it sucked, but I made it to the other side. 11% of you said, I've never taken Suboxone, and 12% said other. So there are a good amount of people who have made it to the other side, guys, as we see here from the, and there was a lot of votes on that one as well. So pretty impressive stuff, guys. Pretty impressive stuff. Great job for those of you who have been able to do that. You should be really proud of yourself because it's definitely not easy to do that. All right, so this was just something I put, that's kind of too long. Yeah, that's too long to read. I'm not going to read that one, guys. Sorry. Let's see. In your opinion, what is the best option for helping someone recover from opiate addiction and why? And I put leave comment. 50% of you said oral daily Suboxone. 29% of you said Sublocade injection. It's clear to see that Sublocade is growing in popularity, likely a lot of you due to watching this channel, right, guys? We've seen many people since I've got on Sublocade have switched to Sublocade or are switching to Sublocade in the future or near future. 19% of you said Kratom. So Kratom obviously has a positive role out there in helping people get out of the opiate addiction lifestyle. 0% of you said methadone. That kind of surprised me a little bit. So way more people choose Kratom over methadone. That's cool. And then only 2% said I'm not sure. So not one vote for methadone, which is crazy too, because methadone has it's clear that methadone has saved a lot of people's lives, right? Because it's like the oldest form of medically assisted treatment, if you could call it that, right? It's been around the longest for a long time. So I'm surprised nobody, so it's just basically showing you that methadone is like the outdated way for opiate addicts, right? All right, continuing on. This was one about tipping Uber drivers. Nobody wants to hear that right now. All right. Continuing on. All right, that one's too long to read. Actually, no, I need to read this. Sorry, guys. Okay, so somebody had posted a comment and their doctor had given them incorrect information about Sublocade. So this is what Nate said a while back. He said, Nate Johnson says, my understanding was that it was supposed to release approximately what would be 10 milligrams a day for 30 days, which would be 300 milligrams. My doctor told me when I called after a month that the effects should be gone. The medicine all used up. It's confusing. You're saying it could last till April? So yeah, guys. So if you take a 300 milligram shot, it's not going to give you, and this is a very, I thought the same thing at first. It would be way too simple to think this way, that Sublocade is going to give you exactly 10 milligrams a day for 30 days because it's a 300 milligram shot. That is definitely not how it works, guys. I've covered this in the past and talked about this, but this was my response. I said, highly incorrect information his doctor gave this fella. I said, remember, guys, that not all doctors are created equal, and this is a prime example. Before I really studied Sublocade and Suboxone half-life and bioavailability differences, I too thought just like this guy's doctor. I made a video a couple months ago explaining the differences between the two. And if you guys haven't seen that video, you're welcome to check it out. It's a really good video. If you can, be sure your doctor really understands Sublocade and is familiar with it before they incorrectly tell you that the 300 milligram shot will give you 10 milligrams per day and be fully gone within 30 days. Not true. So yeah, guys, one 300 milligram shot will be in your blood levels for many months, just due to the half-life alone. Okay, guys, so I don't want to dive too deep into that, but yeah, definitely don't think that that's exactly how it's going to go. Okay. So this is a comment that was left on the video I did about regretting tattoos. This guy, Nick, says, I have an arm sleeve and my chest done. I started a second sleeve and instantly regretted it. I'm starting to remove the second sleeve now, but after this mistake, I realized I don't want any of my tattoos. I knew they were forever, but when you're in your 20s, you don't realize how long forever is. Although my tattoos were tastefully done, I started hating them after 4 years. Any advice, bro? And I just said that this was a reply to my tattoo regret video. For you people considering huge visible tats, please read and consider. I highly relate to this individual. All right. Continuing on. We've gone 11 minutes here. Okay. Kicking Addiction, I have to tell you, besides the actual recovery work I've been doing, your channel has given me the most hope. Ah, I just posted a picture of that. Somebody commented that. Okay. I said, okay guys, here's your chance. I have no idea who votes what, so please be honest here. I said, should I stop saying ooh baby at random during my streams? I've been kind of saying it more lately and I'm not sure how annoying it is or not, so please let me know and I'll adjust some if need be. There was a point, guys, where I was kind of saying that way too much during my streams. I think I've definitely regulated that quite a bit since actually making this post. 26% of you said yes, it's cringe, please stop saying it so much. So I did take that into heart. But 53% of you, woohoo, said no, it's funny, we like your goofy personality. 22% of you were neutral. Okay, I said if you're on TRT, be sure to donate blood a couple times a year to keep your red blood cells from getting too high. All right, this was somebody's Sublocade comment that they posted on my channel. I did 2 300 and a 100 shot and about a week away from getting another 100 and then done. It is 1,000 times better than Suboxone. I was on subs for 10 years and I feel better now than at any point on subs. Do it, people. You will be so happy you did. Anyone who was like anyone who didn't like it was because they are still addicted to taking something every day. It felt weird not taking something every day for about a week or two, and then after that it's been smooth sailing. And that's exactly what I said too. I no longer feel like I'm on Suboxone at all. No ups and downs, just like being on Suboxone, just smooth sailing. That was a comment about a month ago, guys. All right. Oh, here's one I really wanted J-Bay to see. Okay, so this was a comment about Sublocade. I went from just 2 milligrams of subs to Sublocade 100 milligram shot. I feel like myself again. I did 2 100 milligram shots and I walked away almost a year ago and I feel great. Sublocade is a godsend. Also, the shot day, I felt extremely lightheaded and talkative, but the second day I was fine. So good stuff right there, guys. Good comment. Okay. Another Sublocade comment. David says, I was on 8 milligrams of Suboxone for 7 years. I went to 300 milligrams of Sublocade, then 100 milligrams. Now 22 days into my second Sublocade shot. I never missed taking Suboxone, doing one more 100 milligram Sublocade shot, and that's it. So easy, could not be happier. I feel great. Sublocade is the answer. I could not be more pumped. That's what David said. For the folks who are interested in Sublocade, how many shots are you planning on taking for your treatment? I said my vote will be for 3 to 6. The time is near, I said. 11% of you said 1 to 3 shots. 19% of you said 3 to 6 shots. 7% of you said unsure and playing it by ear. 63% of you at this time, this was 2+ months ago, said not on Sublocade and want to see the results. 0% of you said staying on for good until I feel like stopping. Okay, continuing on here. All right, this post was 2+ months ago. I'm seeing a ton of posts about how many of you are either getting on Sublocade or you've already started on it. Please vote below. 50% of you said I'm on Suboxone. 7% of you said I'm on subs, but switching to the Sublocade soon. 13% of you said I was on subs, but switched to Sublocade already. So that's 20% of you that have either switched to Sublocade or are gonna switch to Sublocade, and this was 2 or 3 months ago, guys. 30% said I'm not on either. So I'll be interested to do another vote and see what that is like now, after I've seen so many more comments about that. Try to wrap this up here in the next couple minutes here. Scrolling. And there's a bunch of random stuff on here too, guys. Oh, we're back to Thanksgiving now. See if I can find a couple more. Oh, this one was awesome. So I said, for those of you who have been married, 50% of you said you're still with the first person you married. That's incredible, guys. I really don't hear that too often. 12% of you said you've been divorced once. 5% of you have been divorced 2 to 3 times. 0% of you have been divorced 4+ times. 33% of you are never married and just wanted to see the results. What is the worst part about taking opiates / Kratom / Suboxone methadone? Vote which one best fits your experience. 13% of you said constipation issues. 13% of you said sexual side effects. 49% of you said psychological issues, self-guilt, feel bipolar, or often feel off. So most of you have psychological issues. That's the worst part about you being on these drugs. 19% of you said the stigma. 6% said other. All right, Kratom people, give me your most honest opinion about what's best matches your experience. 8% of you says Kratom is great and has minimal withdrawals. 18% of you said Kratom is dangerous and the withdrawals are as bad as opiates. 53% of you said somewhere in the middle. 21% of you have never tried Kratom. Suboxone people, what is it that you feel each day when your Suboxone kicks in? 42% of you said I get energy. 23% of you said I get relaxed or tired. 6% of you said I feel euphoria. 12% of you said I feel like a zombie. And 17% of you said other. 18 minutes, guys. All right, we're gonna probably go ahead and wrap this up here. Oh, one more thing here. Okay, so I said this is, I understand this is not politically correct to ask people this, and nobody will ever know who voted yes or no, so please be as honest as you can. This is for parents only. If you could go back in time knowing what you know about being a parent, would you still have children? And this is just my curiosity since I don't have any children. I want to know the down low of what I'm either missing out on or not. 65% of you said yes, my children mean the world to me and I've never changed that. 19% of you said no, being a parent is not what I thought it would be. 17% of you said I don't have children, but I want to see the results. That was very interesting, guys. And we're gonna wrap this up before we hit the 20-minute mark. We've gone about 4 months back, guys. And we're gonna go ahead and shut it down here. All right, if you like this video, guys, please hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.